So Michael Achimugu is the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection at Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA. NCAA is the organization in charge of airlines and airports, right? So if you are flying international or local, as long as you are landing at Nigerian airport and taking off from Nigerian airport inside this Nigeria space, you are under the NCAA, right? Good. He is the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection. So we, the passengers, 9 day over our matter. He raised alarm recently about how international airlines, they treat Nigerians when they fly their planes. And there has been a report recently over what's happened between a Nigerian passenger and Qatar Airways. Let me read you the tweet he made this afternoon. He said, "The airline at Qatar Airways has carried on as though Nigerian passengers and the NCAA are not deserving of their respect, dignified treatment, and compliance with Part 19 of the NCAA Regulations 2023. This will be brought to a stop immediately." A member of this airline's cabin crew claimed that while she was wheeling a passenger during boarding for a flight from Lagos to US via Doha, a male passenger who was traveling with his wife had touched her butt. Wow. She did not report this incident in Lagos. On arrival in Doha, she made an allegation against this passenger, leading to his arrest and detention for about 18 hours. During the period, his wife suffered mental, physical, and psychological trauma without any form of care. She wondered how her husband could have committed such a despicable infraction, given that she was with him throughout the boarding process. The authorities in Doha made the man pay a hefty fine and forced him to sign a document written only in Arabic. Desperate for his freedom to proceed on his journey to the US, the passenger signed a document which content he did not understand. Despite this, the airline refused to fly him to his final destination. He had to buy tickets on another airline and proceed at great financial and reputational cost. Upon invitation by the NCAA, the airline's country manager, who has a penchant for evading meetings with the NCAA, only sent his subordinates to attend. However, the NCAA made a determination on that matter along with others. As has become typical of Qatar Airways, they failed to comply with all determinations made from that meeting. They have also failed to treat subsequent complaints from other passengers escalated to them by the CAA, including a total silence upon receipt of a letter of investigation sent to them by NCAA. This behavior stops now. I understand that some countries do not have advanced aviation consumer protection regulations like Nigeria does. In certain cases, some countries don't even have any. This creates a situation where airlines operating out of these countries, mostly national carriers, act with disdain towards consumer protection enforcement in Nigeria. This is not a situation that we would accept here. It is against the law of any airlines not to respond to the NCAA. It is against the law to provide false information to the NCAA. It is against the law to fail to comply with the provisions of Part 19 of the NCAA Regulation 2023. When BASAs are signed, they must be respected by both parties. Every airline is expected to, upon arrival, to operate in Nigeria, understand and comply with consumer protection regulations. To continue to treat our laws with contempt while respecting regulations across Europe and elsewhere is not ideal and must be brought to a complete and final stop. This department protects the airlines as much as it protects passengers. The DGCA captain, Chris Najomo, has never minced words about his position on consumer protection issues and will apply appropriate and stiff penalties against the airline that in perpetuity fail to comply. In the same vein, Royal Air Maroc and Saudi Air has also been properly advised about certain infractions, and failing to comply with the determinations of the CAA will be sanctioned heavily. Let me explain this matter. Qatar Airways was going from Nigeria to America. Nigerians did on that flight. Qatar Airways is the national carrier of Qatar. Almost every country gets airline will be the country own, but Nigeria not get. And Nigeria now had the Sirikati scammers last tenure. Long story short, you could load passengers from Nigeria. One of the cabin crew member, air hostess, was rolling somebody on wheelchair into the flight. According to her, another Nigerian who was traveling with his wife, he had Tosha Yansh. She no reports for Lagos here. As they reach Doha, because the national carrier will first of all transit in the country on their country before going to the new destination. So if you fly Egypt Air to America, they must land for Cairo first. Called change plane, where will take go America. If you fly Royal Air Maroc, they must land for Morocco first. Called change plane, good. If you fly Nigerian Airways from another country and they go America, they must land for Nigeria first, but we're not going to get the Nigerian Airways on us. So this airline, Qatar Airways, landed in Doha first to change plane to go America. The air hostess said they knock and yansh for Lagos. As the plane land Doha, and actually reports the matter for Doha, which is her country. Security, police for Qatar go arrest the man for 18 hours. Now if somebody say they knock and yansh, she will go check whether or lie the person they lie or not true. They did not care. As far as the air hostess is from their country, they arrested in Nigeria for 18 hours. They could tell us they go pay fine for waiting he not do. Whether I do or not do, we don't know. But they did not even investigate the matter because it is their person that reported it. They arrested her for 18 hours. I was traveling with his wife, so his wife has to wait. They could tell us they go pay fine. They could pay fine. They could tell us they no go fit enter that plane again. The airline said they no go carry him again. The guy has to buy a new ticket on another plane to leave to America. They could tell us he must sign something when he not feel read because it was written in Arabic. And he has to sign because he needed his freedom. The guy come out finish and I tell Nigerian government, you see what happen. Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority invited Qatar Airways come. They're not going to come. They send somebody for the office, may go. Now a lot of requests have been made for them to do. They are ignoring. And they are not the only people doing it. Saudi Airways, they do their own as they talk. Royal Air Maroc, they do their own as they talk. They don't have respect for Nigerians. You see that in their trying with that guy. They know if he trying with somebody from South Africa, they're not born there well. In fact, if we have Air Nigeria, will be our national carrier, why would I go and take Qatar Airways to America when I can just take Air Nigeria and go fly me straight to US? But we don't get. And they know that they can get away with anything they do to Nigerians. On a normal day, very simple. As that thing happened there for Doha, the wife of that man should have called the Nigerian embassy in Doha. Straight up, they will come through if they respect their citizens. But man, I shock you, the Nigerian embassy for Doha, the way we they operate for Lagos, not so that they operate there. Nigerian embassy for America, the way we they operate here. Somebody, my friend for Canada, they tell me, say, to get Canadian passport, to get Nigerian passport for Canada, we get embassy for Canada. The exact way we they do for Lagos here. That's what they do there. So the man was forced to pay money. But if it's a Qatarian that was held in Nigeria here, give it 2 hours, their embassy is there. They don't joke with their citizens, but we play with us. So anybody can do anything to us. If Nigeria was a country that is stiff regulation, you seize a Qatar Airways plane. Straight up. That their chairman will not want to go come. Then we'll not start investigating the matter. If we find out it's a lie, though, first of all, we found that guy money where they collect. That year agreement, they go tear them. Then they will pay him compensation. But no, we are a weak country. Anybody can do anything to us and get away with it. And it's painful. When Nigerians land abroad, the way they handle our matter. I say when I land though, they just look my passport, tell me, say, I'll go sit down. I'll wait. For no reason. See, today I don't know why I go sit down wait. When they try and they tell me, Michael. And these things are not right. But we have a government that is still thinking of how to tie roads and how to thief money. They are not interested in their citizens. Now 50-something people when Hamas hold. Now Israel want to clear full country, so 50-something. Israel want empty everywhere. We will not understand because we don't have a government that fights for us, but it's painful. I want to task the Aviation Authority and the Minister of Aviation, please protect us. Please. Why would they talk? The way they treat us for Nigeria, I say it makes sense. I beg.